Hello folks, LEGO, the Danish company, has made all kinds of series in its 90-year history. Some did really well and others not so much. In this video, I want to chat about LEGO themes that didn't do as well as the creators hoped and got stopped. SpongeBob SquarePants, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and others. SpongeBob SquarePants, the cartoon that started in 1999 on Nickelodeon, and still airs there, is the main focus. People see it as Nickelodeon's top project. When LEGO said they were teaming up with Nickelodeon, it wasn't a shock that in 2006, they dropped two series at the same time, Avatar: The Last Airbender and SpongeBob SquarePants. The first one didn't do so hot, but things got more interesting with the second one. The SpongeBob line stuck around for a solid 7 years, which might sound amazing at first, but here's the catch. In that whole time, LEGO only made 14 sets. In the city theme, they could pump out more sets in just 1 month than they did in those 7 long years. The first bunch of SpongeBob sets had 3 types, and mostly it was like a test. The marketing folks wanted to see how much people liked the series, using the info to figure out where to go next with it. Turns out the new stuff they put out sold really well. Before, on LEGO's site, they had a list of the most sold sets for the day, and for some time, this set called Krusty Krab was happily sitting in 3rd place. However, here's where the main problem with the line comes in. Only sets based on famous spots and characters from the original show sold well. The first batch did well because it included these items: the Krusty Krab, a buildable model of the main character, and the main character's pineapple house. This issue can be seen in other series too. For example, LEGO DC has been all about Batman lately because sets without him don't attract the right crowd. Similarly, folks from Denmark prefer the original Star Wars trilogy over the newer movies for similar reasons. But let's go back to SpongeBob. Seeing that the first line sold well in stores, the big shots from both companies decided to go ahead with more LEGO SpongeBob stuff. Over the next 2 years, designers came up with really unique sets. While things like the Chum Bucket were kind of familiar to a lot of people, the hospital, rocket, or bus ended up being super specific. As a result, these didn't get as much attention from fans as the sets we talked about earlier. This all happened around 2009, and instead of making new cool sets, the Danes brought back the Krusty Krab and Pineapple House to stores, trying to copy the success from when they first started. After a short break in 2010 because of some licensing problems, the theme kept going for 2 more years. During that time, only 4 different sets were released, and one of them was already the 3rd Pineapple House. It's weird that a 3rd Krusty Krab didn't happen. Then the rights to make toys for the popular show went to LEGO's competition, Mega Bloks. With SpongeBob's ratings not doing great now, there's no talk of getting new toys with the popular characters anytime soon. The show recently got 10,000 votes on the Ideas platform, which is meant for turning fan ideas into official sets, but sadly, it got turned down. The Lone Ranger is a Disney movie with the same director and producer as Pirates of the Caribbean. The Red, White, Yellow team, who inked a deal with Disney in the early 2010s, rolled out sets almost at the same time as major studio film releases. The Lone Ranger, hitting theaters in 2013, was no different. 6 sets were part of the wave: Cavalry Builder Set, Comanche Camp, Stagecoach Escape, Colby City Showdown, Silver Mine Shootout, and Constitution Train Chase. This theme is a follow-up to the original Western series from the late 90s. This time, the project's letdown isn't the sets themselves, but the source material. The film flopped at the box office, becoming one of the biggest letdowns of the year. Initially, The Lone Ranger aimed to match the success of Pirates of the Caribbean, and even spawn numerous sequels, leading to profitable LEGO sets. Generally, introducing a whole series based on a brand new franchise is unusual for the Danish company nowadays, mainly due to the weak sales of this particular theme. Currently, the corporation focuses on sets from proven universes that have been financially successful. Nexo Knights. Back in the 70s, there was this global theme called Castle that stuck around for quite a while, on and off until 2014. It became one of the longest-lasting and widespread series of construction toys ever. Over nearly 4 decades, it built up a massive fan base. This loyal following couldn't prevent the series from calling it quits. In 2016, designers decided to shake things up a bit. They ditched the traditional medieval vibe and added futuristic tech to the night theme, giving birth to Nexo Knights. With this move, marketers aim to keep the legendary series alive while bringing in a younger audience. According to Mads Pram, the head honcho of production at LEGO, they were super optimistic about Nexo Knights. LEGO had seen 10 years of impressive sales growth, so the expectations for Nexo Knights were sky high. When those expectations fell short, everyone felt genuinely let down. In the first year, they rolled out 30 regular sets, a bunch of polybags, a dedicated magazine, a mobile game, and even a full-on animated series. However, unlike Ninjago, which thrived with a massive ad campaign, Nexo Knights didn't hit the jackpot for some reason. Figuring out why buyers weren't too keen is tricky. It could be a general drop in kids' interest in knights, maybe the competition with Ninjago played a part, or perhaps it was a mix of both. Whatever the reason, the series closed its doors in 2018 after hanging on for 2 more years. Since then, the folks from Denmark haven't unleashed such huge waves in their own creative directions. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. In today's video, we're talking about the second series born from a collaboration with the Nickelodeon channel. The initial wave of this partnership came about in 2013. The franchise, featuring a team of mutant turtles, first hit the scene in 1986 and has since grown with a massive collection of comics, 6 TV series, and 8 movies. At first, the LEGO series focused exclusively on a cartoon from 2012 that ran for an impressive 5 seasons. The creators introduced a bunch of new pieces for this line, indicating ambitious plans. Overall, there were 11 sets in this theme, with the last one hitting the shelves in April 2014. Essentially, LEGO didn't carry on past the second season. In the latter part of the year, they introduced a wave teed to a full-length film. While calling 3 sets a wave might be a bit of a stretch, especially when compared to the usual number of sets for new movie releases. The primary reason for the Danish company's hesitation was the consistently low sales they had grown accustomed to. As you may have noticed, LEGO's attempts at Nickelodeon licenses never quite hit the mark. When the channel's leaders recognized this unfortunate trend, they promptly ended all contracts with the popular toy manufacturer. Interestingly enough, they later struck a deal with Mega Bloks, Unikitty, and the Powerpuff Girls. These 2 series have something in common. They were both created in collaboration with the Cartoon Network. In the same lineup, you'll find Ben 10 and Mixels. The Unikitty animated series, running from 2017 to 2020, drew inspiration from the Lego Movie, specifically featuring the character Unikitty. The wave of sets for this theme hit the shelves in January 2018, offering 7 sets and a series of figures. It's known that the creators initially planned for at least one more wave of sets, hinted at by the Series 1 label on the package. However, due to extremely poor sales of all subsequent releases, the idea was scrapped. Interestingly, this is a rare case where the TV series intended to promote toys outlived the toys themselves, concluding with its final episode in August 2020. Now, the Powerpuff Girls is a quite successful franchise that kicked off in 1998. Similar to SpongeBob, in 2018, LEGO tested the waters with a line of products based on this universe. The initial release included 2 sets. Interestingly, the Powerpuff Girls sets had previously made an appearance as part of Dimensions. Their strong sales prompted marketers to launch a full-fledged theme. However, consumer preferences swerved away from this series, leading to no continuation of the product line. Share your thoughts in the comments about the series discussed today. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and hit the bell. Thanks to everyone for watching, and goodbye.